this is Frode, and today we will explore Autobiography of a Yogi by Paramahansa Yogananda. Autobiography of a Yogi. Paramahansa Yogananda was a spiritual teacher and a yogi who was born in the East, and very early on in his life he was told that, or kind of prophesied, that he would go on to the West and teach yoga there, which is a scientific technique to realize God, or realize the true nature of yourself and reality. And among other things, his purpose in life was really to unify science and religion, West and East, so we could all learn how we could have a direct experience of the true nature of existence, or ourselves and reality, or God, or infinity, or whatever you choose to call it. And in this book, he shares his life story and a lot of fascinating encounters with saints and yogis who performed all of these mystical and incredible miracles, like levitating, or materializing a second body in a completely different place than where they were actually at, and even resurrecting the dead. And it might occur to you that reading this book requires a lot of open-mindedness from you. And to get the most enjoyment out of the book, I recommend that you don't latch onto any beliefs about what he says about these miracles are true or not. Just instead open your mind up to the possibility that these things might actually have happened, because you don't really gain anything from rejecting these ideas or believing in them. So just keep yourself open to the possibility. So the reason that I believe that this will be an incredibly good book for you to read is, especially if you're into spiritual enlightenment, is that it will help you to receive inspiration for your spiritual evolution, for realizing your ultimate potential and becoming everything that you can be. So how do you do this? Well, it's a lot through the main technique that Paramahansa recommends in the book. He talks about it through the entire book, and it says that it's really the key technique of meditation you need to practice in order to become enlightened. So this technique is Kriya Yoga, which is kind of described as the fast lane toward enlightenment, the most direct way there. And it's a technique you use for realizing God, or truth, or the universe, or whatever you choose to call it. And instead of having me talk about this technique a lot, I will just mention that it's not the more physical kind that is called Hatha Yoga, which you might see in your gym, or you might have practiced yourself. But it's more purely directed toward your spiritual evolution, toward raising your consciousness. So I now want to point you over to a few other resources that you can use that inspired me to buy Autobiography of a Yogi and to start practicing Kriya Yoga, since I've only been practicing the technique for a few months now. And I'm starting to see some results, but I haven't really experienced these mind-boggling shifts of consciousness that these people talk about. So the best resource I have for you is to go to the video The Importance of Yoga by Leo Gura at actualized.org. I have a link for it that you can follow in the description, or you can just go to YouTube and search Actualized Importance of Yoga, and you'll find it very easily. And there you can receive more inspiration for why you need to practice it. And that's in addition to buying the book yourself, of course. And if you do choose to commit yourself to practicing this technique, at least for a few months or years, or maybe even decades and your entire life, like I'm getting tempted to do as I see more of the benefits and these really cool experiences at times with my body and mind, then if you really commit to this technique, then you can start, you can buy the kind of the playbook, which walks you step by step through how you can start developing the technique and practice it ever more powerfully over the months and years to come. This is the book that I've been practicing and using for a couple of months now. I also have a link for that in the description. So, to wrap this up, I hope you like this more pure book recommendation without any big key ideas other than Kriya Yoga. Please like this video, share it with your friends who might also be interested in spiritual evolution and attaining enlightenment, and subscribe to the channel so you can remain up to date to new ideas for realizing your ultimate potential. Thank you very much for watching, and have an awesome day.